Hey everybody, Joe Lowry, WhattaDay, and today we are catching up with AEW's Thunder Rosa. That's right, we last spoke in October on the WhattaDay podcast, and a lot has happened since then. Most notably, your feud with AEW's resident doctor, Dr. Britt Baker. First off, how did that all develop?
Well, let's be honest, what a day, right? Every day is what a day. But I think one of the reasons why this came out of nowhere is because La Doctorceta Britt Baker, she thinks she is the AEW women's division. And when she somebody like me, first of all, who is still NWA, and like I always say, I feel like I'm doing an internship in AEW right now.
Right.
With talent and with possibly, one of the rising stars just in the business in general. She's like, I don't like that person. And she made it clear. And she made it very clear, very uncomfortable my whole entire time that I've been there, that she doesn't like me and she doesn't believe that I belong there. But I have over and over and over again that it's not about what company. It's like I belong in the ring, period.
Right. Now, obviously, you guys had a couple of run-ins, and actually for tomorrow night, you guys were supposed to wrestle, but unfortunately, there's some COVID concerns. Now, you don't have COVID, right? You were just exposed to someone that had it?
Exposed to COVID.
Okay, and how long are you in quarantine for? Like, when's your expected timeline return?
Mañana.
Really? Okay, that's good. Awesome. All right. A couple of things I wanted to talk about that we probably didn't catch up before. Speaking with other legendary Hall of Fame wrestlers like Medusa, Alundra Blaze, and people like that, Francine, do you feel there's a place for them right now where they can come in and possibly, interact with their younger generation, the newer talent like Jake the Snake Roberts is doing, Arn Anderson? Do you feel that there is that's warranted right now, that you guys should have something like that in the women's division?
I think that'd be pretty cool because it's different. I don't think it hasn't been done like that. And I like going back and seeing any of the major companies working with like talent. I don't think it has been done. I mean, I had the privilege to have Medusa come to my show in Mission Pro Wrestling the last
I saw that. Yep.
And she agent half of the show along with, and that is invaluable information and invaluable experience as a young wrestler to have been in the business for such a long time that can give you like their view on what should be done in the ring, especially because they've worked for so long. And I don't know. I found it very important to work with people from other generations of wrestling. Like I love talking to Arn Anderson and Lenko when I'm in AEW, asking them like, how was it before? Like things that I could do better in the ring. Because I mean, what I see, what I study is like people like them.
You're right.
Right. So, and when I talk, I have the privilege to be close to. And she has a lot of respect for me and for my work. And anytime I have a question in terms of anything, I can feel like I can pick up the phone and talk to her. But I feel like not a lot of people, not a lot of women, that have been in the business just as much as long as I had been, have that opportunity. And now, as you know, Jazz and I, we run our own school, the Duck Pound Dojo. Right. Mac and my husband. And believe me, ever since I started, training with them, it's like my confidence in other levels have grown a lot more.
Right. Do you think the other women are open to this with like a Medusa and all those people coming back to try and help and forge the women's division a little bit?
I will say yes. I want to say yes, but I have to. I mean, it's by case to case basis, I guess.
Right.
Some people feel that it's good to have veterans, but depending on like their mentality, like they might clash. But I mean, it's always nice to come to a nice little like medium. Like I said, I love working with Jazz for that same reason. She's in the middle, and I always can reconvene, and the girls really respect her.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Good. Now, since we last spoke in October, you were just coming around, getting back in the ring. Live shows were taking place. And then obviously you went over to AEW, and there was a lot of where am I going? WWE had you on the radar, or, all the dirt sheets were telling that. And
it's just everybody. It's not that WWE had me on the radar. I can't sign. I'm signing with NWA until the end of this year. And
Okay.
even if like other companies want me, like I'm still signed for NWA. But
Right.
I mean, a lot of things have happened. Like I said, I opened my own school.
Yep.
I'm still running shows. We have our next show is in February 6th, which I have another bone to pick with Allison Kay. We're having
Uh-oh.
so it's gonna
Things are picking up, no doubt about it. Speaking of the live shows with AEW and so forth. Whoop, you there?
yes, I just
There you are. That's okay. It happens all the time.
take my
What's it like working during the pandemic with a limited crowd, like such as AEW at Daisy's Place? What is it like for you going out there and seeing like a limited crowd?
I am used to. I think at this point I'm used to it. For I worked no crowd
Right.
Here in Houston,
Yep.
and I'm used to it. I think you have to work a lot harder to really portray your emotions and feelings and everything, so they can go through the screen. And
Right.
yeah, it is lovely to have fans, and I can't wait for the fans to be there. And then when my Titron and my music comes out, they're like, "Oh, crazy."
Yeah.
It's always such a cool feeling when you come out and everybody's clapping. I mean, but we've been really blessed. This might sound, some people might criticize it, but we've been blessed here in Texas with Mission Pro. We have had the last, 6 months. I mean, I don't know, something like that. I don't even remember who we started. 17th, yes. So it's like the last 3 shows we have had crowds, and it's lovely to see the little kids, the little girls, their parents, you and just like how respectful and how we have to now change our ways. Everybody has to mask or doing like social distancing. Everybody stays with a little group.
Yeah.
They're all and what I really appreciate it from the fans that come to Mission Pro Wrestling and the fans that come to AEW right now is that all of them accept social distancing and they have to follow the guidelines and the guidelines. So and that's the reason why right now AEW in Jacksonville is the #1 destination for professional wrestling.
Well, yeah, the governor, Ron DeSantis, opened everything up. So, I mean, I'm surprised they don't have larger crowds, but I think it has to do with the amount of people that are allowed inside the stadiums and so forth. Up here in Massachusetts, we're not even near that phase yet. Actually, we went backwards. We're averaging like 7,000 new cases a day and so forth. So we're like in another mega surge. The city of Boston, where I'm from, is shut down. 25% work capacity. All the big buildings in town are locked up because nobody can go in town. And we had SummerSlam was slated to come last year. It's rumored to come again this year, but we don't know now because nobody knows when we're opening back up again. So people are turning to wrestling, or wrestling fans are turning to social media, AEW, NWA. You can see it down in Texas. They're flocking to these live shows because they're itching to get back out there and see action in the ring live, So, I mean, thank God for you guys doing that in Texas. Do you think overall when we're past all this, the pandemic is going to hurt or help wrestling at all? Or what do you think is going to happen on the other side of all this?
I think what's going to happen is, like I always tell everybody, for wrestling and wrestling promoters and wrestling promotions, you have to adapt to the situation and the circumstances that we currently live in.
Right.
Very cautious when we booked people. I'm telling you as a promoter that we need to keep our staff and our performers safe. And that is why screening everybody for COVID. This is not a joke.
No, it's not.
And I get to know more people that somebody in their family has died of COVID.
Yeah, it's now hitting the mainstream. I get it now. Before everybody was like, "Oh, nobody has it." Now everybody has it or has been exposed to it, and we're seeing it. Just last night on Raw, you saw Drew McIntyre. It's been exposed. He's quarantined now. So, with all that being said and done, I think personally that the crowds will return. I think wrestling will go to new heights. Hopefully. But I think AEW and NWA will probably benefit from all this because you're getting more exposure because more people are in front of their computers now and on their phones and tablets and so forth. So they can tap right into it quicker and easier than before instead of waiting for a live show. So, but so speaking of social media, all right, I know we talked about this earlier, but you and Britt Baker, or Dr. Britt Baker, I see the tweets going back and forth. This feud kind of came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, bam.
I told you why. You saw what she put in there. And
I know. What made her do that, though? I don't get it.
What I'm telling you is like, why wouldn't you do that? You come,
Right.
you're an outsider, you come and cut a promo for a minute, and everybody's like, oh, whoa, what's going on? Who's this girl, right? And then you come and you have a banger match with a Serena Deeb, who has my and then it's just like you put women's wrestling back on the map, and that's what I said I was gonna do, and that's what I done. You know, why wouldn't you be upset? I mean, she says she is the face of AEW's women's division. She made her own talk show. I mean, Joe, like you, I don't gotta do none of that, and people know when as soon as I step out who I am.
Exactly. Are you guys going to pick right back up when you return to AEW, or are you going to get right back in her face and tell her who's boss? Or
anytime she's in front of my face, anytime I got an opportunity to do one on Twitter, you know, and ever since like, her Steelers lost
to Cleveland, they lost to Cleveland.
She's been very quiet, and you know what? And I had an opportunity. I was like, you know, she put her disgusting little video in there, and I said what I said, and we trolled the whole entire time until I went. So yes,
it's a great storyline. I can't wait to see this thing play itself out. It's going to be really great. One final thing, you know, a couple of weeks ago, Brody Lee, aka John Huber, passed away and so forth. Did you ever meet John? I mean, did you ever meet up with him?
I did meet. Like I said, I tweeted that because it's true. I didn't want to say it because everybody else was said it. Because he approached me, and I saw him, like how he interact with everybody. He was very kind. He was like the kindest big man you could have ever met, you know?
Right.
He always was in a good mood, and it's really sad that he passed away like that, right? And
very sudden. I mean, you know, it's to me, you know, being a wrestling fan for a long time, I've seen tons of tribute shows, but that one AEW put on a couple of weeks ago, I mean, I think I cried for about 2 days. I'm not kidding you. With Brody Jr. in there, Tony Khan, and everybody paying respects and so forth. And on the flip side of that, you know, WWE, they did themselves no favors. I thought for sure the first thing I tweeted out was that he should have got a 10-bell salute with the WWE as well. And they didn't do that. And a lot of their tributes were online as opposed to on their programming. I think they dropped the ball in that aspect. I was very vocal about it. This is a man who gave his all to both companies, and he, you know, much deservedly needed to have that 10-bell salute in the WWE. But that's my opinion. Some people said yes, some people said no. But
I can tell you because I was there, and I cannot stress it enough how the AEW staff and Tony Khan went out of their way to make sure their family was taken care of.
That's great. Yep.
I don't think I've seen that in any company. And I think my memory that I will take forever is that Tony is hugging -1.
Yeah, -1. Yeah. I mean, I'm tearing up right now just thinking about it. That one got me. I don't know why. I mean, I've been through the Owen Harts. I've been through a lot of the other ones, but this one really, boom, right to the woo. I don't know what to say, but I mean, that show was just off the wall. I have a DVR. I catch up on it all the time. I watch it. I think it's one of the best tribute shows I've ever seen. And that just makes AEW where it is today just, you know, the place to be right now. And it's you know, they were first class all the way. All right. Well, I just wanted to catch up with you on seeing what you're up to and so forth. So one more time, when will you be back with AEW and all that?
I don't know yet.
You don't know that? You have any flights booked yet, or?
I mean, no, of course I'm going back. It's probably
sure.
I'm not gonna be like this date. I'm gonna be back. Like
I got it. Yeah, but you will be back soon. We'll say soon.
I know you guys miss me, but I'll be trolling somebody very positively on social media, especially if I'm like feuding with them.
There you go. One more thing. My wife will kill me if I don't ask you. You posted a picture on Instagram yesterday with you and some wrestler that you used to wrestle with intergender matches. Yeah. She thought that was your husband. That's not your husband. Okay. She was like, is that her husband? He's really good looking. And I'm like, I don't think so.
No, my husband is totally white and totally
totally white. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome. But I wish you the best of luck and so forth. Hopefully down the line we'll catch up again and see where, Thunder Rosa ends up. But I see you're very busy. You got your Mission Pro Wrestling. If you really want to tell fans quickly where to find you and so forth on your social media, go right ahead.
Yeah, you guys can go and find me on thunderrosa.net, purchase all my merchandise there, and social media at thunderrosa22. And if you want to train, and we're looking for girls, here in San Antonio, we have the Duck Pound Dojo, and you can get all the information on my social media too.
Excellent. I want to thank you for catching up with WhattaDay and so forth. And I can't wait to see you back on television, and so can all the millions of fans as well. So Thunder Rosa, thank you so much for catching up with WhattaDay.
Thank you.